Good morning, welcome back. 8:13 on our Thursday morning. We are about to play Stump the TV Host. Joining me right now are some of the smartest students in Houston. These four young men from Carnegie Vanguard High School, a magnet school within HISD, just won the Greater Houston Academic Worldquest competition. And they are headed to DC tomorrow to compete in the Nationals. Congratulations to all four. We have Sid, we have Brandon, we have Shanti, and then of course, Colson. Thank you all for coming in. I know it's a little bit of an early start to your Thursday. Are you going to school after this?
Yeah, immediately.
Of course, right?
Yeah, we gotta miss our first periods.
Right. Okay, so for people not familiar with Worldquest, what is it?
Well,
Okay, so
go ahead,
first,
Sid.
The Academic Worldquest is a competition organized by the World Affairs Councils of America. The mission of the World Affairs Council, it's an independent, nonpartisan organization that seeks to engage the public and help Americans better understand international relations, international politics, international economics. And we believe that such a mission is essential and very crucial in today's day and age.
Yeah, of course. And I know, Sid, Colson, you were telling me earlier that you've known about this competition for quite some time. However, you just learned about the local competition.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a funny story. So for the local competition, Sid came to us. We were like all in math class, and it was last minute, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well hey, there's this competition I just heard about. It's sponsored by NATO and the UN. Do you want to go to it?" And at first we were like, "Wait, like 4 days? Are you sure we have time?" And so our strategy was sort of like divide and conquer, because we realized that if all of us tried to study each topic, we wouldn't be able to really take that home.
Makes sense,
So
yeah. Shanti, what's your favorite part of Worldquest?
So I think actually our team is special because we have a lot of chemistry. So I like working with the guys because we're actually like learning together and we're processing that information. So yeah, that's the best part. It's just working with my guys and yeah.
I also want to add one thing to that,
sir.
Which is, even though we had 4 days to prepare for the local competition, right, we all have our own skill set. For instance, Colson, Shanti, and I, we all do debate, and we are all fairly knowledgeable in current affairs. So.
Brandon, what are you bringing to the table, my man?
I studied the Arctic Council in college.
Okay.
I don't do debate,
Okay.
but
That's okay,
I
right?
love
You have these
working.
guys to fall on, and then they can rely on you for the other stuff.
yeah, I love working with my team. As Shanti said, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of good chemistry.
Okay, do we have a team name?
Ooh.
Sid, do we have a team name? I
we
didn't
didn't
really
think about it.
I think we just show up and we're like, oh, Team CVHS, Carnegie Vanguard.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Wait, Sid has an idol. We could maybe.
Oh, no, say
Commemorate
it.
our
Let's see,
team.
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear the idol.
Team
Sid.
Zelensky. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Well, you know what? There's still time to think of something, and I'm sure maybe our viewers can help you guys come up with a name.
Yeah,
That would be something
absolutely.
cool,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Maybe
for sure.
we'll put this on. We will put this on Click to Houston, but maybe we could put in a little survey asking them for a good name for you guys. Okay. So the first question. This is now our time to get serious here. Question number 1. On average, how many species are lost in a year? Multiple choice answers, I believe, right? Is this how this is working?
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. Okay, so we have A, B, C, or D. Okay, they're talking. They're thinking this over. They're whispering to one another. You say it.
Okay.
So we have A, 12,000, B, 10,000, C, 7,000, D, 4,000.
We're gonna go with B, 10,000.
Brandon, is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. B it is.
Nice.
Okay, how did you come up with this? How did you come to this conclusion?
So to study for Worldquest, what we do is we read a wide range of articles about certain topics, and we connect like themes throughout the topics. And within our reading, one of the big things was world ecology, and that's
Okay.
one of the things that's very important about ecology is maintaining biodiversity.
And there's like 900 articles, so like it's pretty intense. Like when they were like, oh, there's a study guide, it wasn't really a study guide as so much as it was like links to like 89 papers with 50 pages.
Oh,
So, it was-
Well, that's great that you got. Who's good at Jeopardy in here?
I think Shanti's pretty good at Jeopardy.
And Sid's a Quiz Bowl member. So.
Very humble young men, and we do like that. Okay, second question here, folks. In 2021, so 2 years ago, COVID-19 and expanding differences in regions such as Latin America and the Caribbean widened the gender gap in food insecurity to what percentage? A, 2.8%, B, 4.3%, C, 5.6%, or D, 6.1%. Oh, went a little too far there, but I don't think they saw.
I'm going to go out on a reach here, and I'm
Yes.
going to say B, 4.3%.
B, 4.3%. And you, Sir Shanti, are correct.
Nice.
How did you come up with this conclusion? Same.
He's just smart.
He's just smart.
And there's this PDF that was released by the WFP, and I think I remember that 4.3, so.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, question number 3. Well, let's see if we can stump these guys. What risks are associated with selling wild animals for meat? A, high risk of animal-related injuries. B, high risk of inconsumable meats. C, high risk of animal negligence. Or D, high risk of disease
If I can take this one, I'd
Yes,
say D,
sir.
high risk of disease emergence.
And you got it, my man. D is the correct answer.
All right.
Okay, next question. Since 9/11, how have U.S. sanctions changed? A, shift toward travel sanctions. B, shift toward trade sanctions. C, shift toward smart sanctions. D, shift toward diplomatic sanctions.
I'm going to say C, shift towards smart sanctions.
Oh, let's see if you are correct, and you are. You are. C it is. Shift towards smart sanctions. Now, when I was in school, if you ever had any doubt, you always picked C, or at least that's what
Really?
they said.
The smart one.
Because it's probably not going to be the
Same
first
method.
one and probably not going to be the last one.
Right. How many schools are? Just so you know, too, I do want to add, smart sanctions are sanctions, by the way, that are sanctions designed to target the bad guys and
Like
keep.
specific individuals instead of saying, oh, we're going to target a whole country and people are going to starve.
Absolutely, because that's
no
going
good.
to impact
Yeah.
innocent people who are not involved.
Yeah, like indiscriminately. No one wants that.
Absolutely. So think of like travel bans and assets, those types of things,
Yeah.
seizures.
The Russian oligarchs.
Right, there
Ukraine
you
war.
go. Good
Yeah.
perspective. Great perspective. Before we move on to the next question, how many other schools across the nation are participating? How many other students? Do you know that?
So there are 90 chapters of the World Affairs Council across the United States. We're expecting maybe around 60 to 70 of those winning teams from each chapter to
So
participate.
there are, at each council, which would be like there's the Houston Council, there's
Right.
the Chicago, there's New York, there's all that. At each of the respective councils, there's probably 30 to 50 teams, and then each of those teams is 4 members. So
gotcha.
there's give or take 5,000 students,
Okay.
and about 100 of those 5,000 students get to go to DC. So, you know, it's a pretty big deal that we're getting
It's a
to go
huge
there.
deal. Very,
Yeah.
very, very impressive. Okay, next question. Large mammals in which region have experienced the greatest impact from human activity? A, Africa, B, Eurasia, C, Asia, D, North America.
Africa.
We're gonna go with A, Africa.
C.
And it is A, Africa indeed.
Whoa.
A close one.
Oh my goodness, this is too easy almost, right? In today's space race, we are witnessing many private companies enter the fray. Between 2000 and 2018, how much did the U.S. government invest in privately owned space companies? A, $6.9 billion, B, $7.2 billion, C, $7.8 billion, or D, $9.9 billion. Now this is, for me, this would be extremely tricky because they're so similar, right?
Yeah.
It's not far off between 7.2 and 7.8. So what do we think it's going to be?
I'm going to go with 7.8.
7.8. So you're locking in C.
I'm locking in C.
The correct answer
Is not C?
is not C.
They
It's
stumped us.
B. It's 7.2.
7.2.
But see, this is what I'm saying, right? It's tricky
Yeah,
because
I
you're
knew
only-
it was a 7. I
You
knew it was
a
either
7?
7.2 or 7.8, but I wasn't quite sure because there are so many of those like little stats. Yeah.
And we're
Well.
and just so you know, I'm sure you do know this, but we are standing by right now for the launch of Starlink's Falcon 9. This was supposed to take off on Tuesday. It was scrubbed We tuned in Wednesday to see it launch, and it didn't happen, so we're hoping this morning.
You see the Starship launch, or?
Yes, that was pretty impressive. We actually broke into programming. We were live on air, and we were in the middle of an interview, and we interrupted that interview to toss things out over to South Texas, and it was pretty impressive.
You know, I mean, everyone's talking about the explosion, but what I don't think people realize about that is just how significant. I mean, you know how many things NASA had to blow up in the 60s to land on the moon?
Right.
Like, that's a pretty major step in humanity.
To get us where we're at today is pretty...
And I think that's sort of why Worldquest is like putting an emphasis on like space travel and things like that, because, you know, the whole idea is to like educate the youth. America lags behind in their knowledge of current events, and so...
That is the future. You are the future. A major correlation. Yeah.
You're the future too. I mean, you're up here.
Well, you're very kind. I have a few years on you, but yes, I am part of that as well. Who's up for one more question? One more question or two more questions? How many do we have here? I think we have one more question. You want to do it?
All right.
Okay. By 2050, the world's population will likely increase by more than 35%. To feed that population, crop production will need to increase by A, 45%. See, another tricky one here. B, 50%. C, 100%. Or D, 250%.
I can see the answer for D. Which one do you think it is? It's either D, C, or D.
I love how...
So what's your final answer? Oh, C. All right, so we're gonna go with C, 100%.
C it is! 100% is the correct answer. How did you come up to this conclusion?
So the population is going to increase to 9 billion people. I remember reading a statistic that said that somewhere that in developing countries, they're going to need to increase their food supply by 100%. So I was thinking that's actually where most of the population growth is. So I was thinking 100% sounded the most accurate.
Amazing, amazing. You all are amazing. We wish you the best of luck starting tomorrow. When do you actually compete? You head tomorrow.
And we compete on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
So you get a little time to rest, right?
Yeah.
And enjoy the sights. Well, we thank you so much for coming in this morning. Great to have you here, and I hope you have a wonderful day at school. And
All right,
yes,
sir.
In DC.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
very
Thank you
much.
so
Thank you
much.
for having us.
And we are back. Send us a break. You know how to do that? Say we're back right after this.
Like right now?
Right now. It's all you.
All right, and we're back. So,
Right after this, KPRC 2 Plus now. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you guys very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.